Hello, you cool cats and kittens. It's Carole Baskin from Big Cat Rescue, and today is August the 13th. Oh, it's Friday the 13th. Oh man, I can't believe I haven't heard anybody talking about that today. First up in the news, the photography game farm Triple D Wildlife was cited 6 times for keeping animals in squalor. And I would love for you to read that article. It's at bigcatrescue.org/news. When you click on either the image or on the headline there, it will take you to the actual article. And this was done by Roadside Zoo News. They do some really wonderful articles and in-depth deep dives into some of these places where animals are exploited. Back when Big Cat Rescue first started, we knew about these game farms, and it's horrible what game farms do to the cats in order for people to get pictures. And so we decided we were going to make our cages beautiful and lush and full of tropical plants and whatever we could find that was native to that cat's environment, to give people who were professional photographers an alternative where they could actually photograph the cats in our cages, doing what they do all day, just being themselves, and not having them taken out into a field like this where now the cat would be very likely drugged. They would put like a very tight wire around the cat's leg and clamp it down in place so that the cat couldn't move. And after the cat was just completely worn out and panting, that's where they would get those images of the cat with their mouth open, because people are stupid and want to see the cat's teeth. And they would also turn the cubs loose, and so the cubs would go running to their moms, and she would be all afraid for them because she's surrounded by people with flashing cameras, and so she'd be snarling and giving people those kinds of shots that they wanted. So never ever buy calendars or books or things where you see animals that are like posing too perfectly in the wild, unless there's some evidence that that was actually shot in the wild without harming the cats, because otherwise you're supporting that kind of an industry. So anyway, this was one of those game farms that provided exotic cats for people to go pretend that they shot the images in the wild. Tiger kills a woman working at a Chilean safari park. Apparently the gate wasn't shut all the way and the cat got in and killed her. That was very sad. Hira and Panna, the inseparable tiger siblings of Panna Tiger Reserve, part ways. Oh dear, hate to hear that. Says they were 20 months together and they have moved on to stake out their own territory. That's what big cats do. For all those people who tell you that you can raise a big cat and it will love you just like it would if it were, if you were in their family, this is what they do. And they will fight each other to the death for territory later. So it's going to happen to you as well. It never works out as pets. International Tiger Day used to bring awareness to trafficking, and that was in the Alpine Sun. I think that was a story about our friends, lions, tigers, and bears out there, Bobby Brink's place. Busting the myth, captivity is not conservation. This was another really good article. I mean, really good. So you'll definitely want to read that one, even though it's got a picture of a monkey and not a cat. Should have been a cat. Mountain lions moved less, downsized territory during LA's pandemic shutdown. Yeah, probably because they didn't need to move as much if they didn't have so much human interference. Bobcat sighting in Mission Canyon. When I first saw this, I was like, is that cat wearing a harness? No, that's a flower. Southeast Asia losing tigers as deadline looms to double the population by 2022. That was sad to hear. We were part of the International Tiger Coalition, and we got together in 2009 or 2010 to try and double the number of tigers in the wild by 2020, and things were going pretty good for a while, and then they started really going south. And I think cub petting is the reason, because we're providing all of this legal smokescreen for illegal poaching, and until we clean up our act in the US, there's no chance of saving these cats in the wild. So that's why we need to pass the Big Cat Public Safety Act, and you can help us do that at bigcatact.com. And, I've been so frustrated. We have 3.6 million people that follow us on Facebook alone, and last week we had 7 people contact their member of Congress, even though we are talking about it all the time. What's so important that we can't protect the tiger for the future generations? Carole Baskin keeps Big Cat Rescue closed due to COVID-19. Yeah, we're still closed. Vacationing family in View Royal started by a cougar sighting. Yep, that would surprise me, but I would love it. Dozens of tigers rescued in major illegal wildlife busts. Yeah, there were a bunch of that going on. That was in Thailand, I believe. It's in Vice. Lion that killed and ate 3 children from same family to be relocated. I didn't hear about that when it happened. World Lion Day 2021, history and significance. We've been supporting that for years. World Lion Day 2021, date, significance, and amazing facts about the King of the Jungle. LSU's tiger mascot was fully vaccinated. Namibia's livestock guarding dogs are saving cheetahs. Pet tigers found in Texas streets splash around in sanctuary home, and there's a video. So that cat's name was India, and went to the Black Beauty Ranch, and of course is living the high life now. Wildlife advocates push for animal and environmental welfare policies. The 3-legged lion is a symbol of hope and what needs to change. End wildlife trade to save the African lion and tourism, experts warn. There could be over 3,000 pet tigers in Texas. That's from One Green Planet. Endangered Amur leopard cub born at California Zoo. Sorry to hear that. They don't belong in cages. Official trailer for the conservation game. And this is a documentary about the big cat trade and the big cat bill to stop that trade. And they finally came out with a trailer. Everybody's been waiting for this trailer. Well, it's finally out. So if you go to that link, you will be able to see that trailer. And earlier, when I was talking about, I think it was in Thailand, that they just did a whole bunch of busts of tigers, there was a follow-up here, and it says the house owner with 14 tigers in the basement was arrested. Thank goodness for that. I also have a coordinator report from Lauren Buckingham. This is from August the 10th. Looks like we're a little behind on getting our coordinator reports. Another awesome Tuesday. It's probably because it's been raining so much. We were able to get everything done before the rain. Fred started us off with AM meds and supplements. Barbara, Brittany, Melissa, Nisha, Jordan, Amanda, and Kristen and I took care of feeding. Ryan and Emma joined for cleaning. While feeders were out, Emma and Ryan cleaned up the gift shop and bathrooms. Even though it's closed, we still have our keepers using the bathrooms there, so we want to keep them nice and tidy. Fred took care of the few diets for non-fasting cats tomorrow. The open air sections of Duchess and Priya Tigers enclosures were weed-eated and mowed. More was also done in the outback. Brittany and I gave Cyrus, Carole, and his neighbors some bloodsickles to celebrate his birthday. Kristen and Amanda did PM bloodsickle cats. Everyone was given cat time, so operant and enrichment got done. Emma did her 10-week reward, a painting with Aria Tiger. Fred did PM supplements and snacks. Nisha finished off the day with PM meds. That's all from me. Thank you everyone for a great day and for all your help. You can join us on all of the social channels. We are Big Cat Rescue everywhere that you are. And on Saturday nights on Clubhouse at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we always meet to talk for an hour with all of our Big Cat friends who are on Clubhouse. So join us in the room. It's always a lively conversation. This Saturday, which will be August the 14th, we'll be talking about the Big Cat Public Safety Act, and we will have a guest speaker, my precious...
Would you like to know how you can help stop abuse of innocent tiger cubs?
I would like to know.
And also how you can help keep tigers from going extinct in the wild?
Yes, I would.
You can by asking your federal legislators to pass the Big Cat Public Safety Act. To learn more, please visit codetruth.com and bigcatact.com.
Take it from Howie.
The tigers, thank you very, very much.
I love my bobblehead. Yeah, you'll get to talk to him.